Oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man. What's going on? Marcus Devin here, and today is the first day of my episode 1 podcast, MDspeaks.tv. So every week I find a crazy conversation that I had with someone. Normally these conversations are unprovoked. So anyway, I was riding my bike home the other day, and I'm cutting through this park. This park is not like a normal park. It's really just like a bike trail and a walking trail. And I generally ride with no hands, so I'm just being all cool and shit. I see this old dude like doing like this little, how the old dudes do the little old man jog where they're like not really jogging, but their body looks like they're jogging, but they're not fucking moving at all. I see this dude and I'm like, fuck. And he's like right in the way because as I am in the bike lane, which I'm supposed to be, he's in the running lane or the walking lane. There's a car in the bike lane, so I gotta cut into the walking lane to go past him to get past the car. So I quickly cut over, like do a little like zoop zoop, and now I'm behind a car, and I just hear something mad quick like meh, 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 meh. So I got on my beats, I hear the shit, so I'm like, what? What'd you say? So he says it again. So now I come to a complete stop. So let me just paint a picture of this dude. 75 years old, hunched back, old crotchety white dude. He's 6'4", but he's crunched over. His back is like hunched. Now you're probably asking yourself, how do I know he's 74 years old? Because he spoke to me for 45 motherfucking minutes. Here I am. I turn with the like, what? What'd you say to me? Being all, tough. And then in my head, I'm like, yo, this dude is like 70-something years old. Would I beat him up? I come to a complete stop, and he's like, no, I said, these cars, they're like in the way. What are they doing here? I'm like, yeah. What are they doing here? They're not public safety. They're supposed to be protecting us, and here they are. They're like talking to all the people here, parking in the bike lane, and no one asked them to do that. And who are they actually protecting? These guys get paid a pretty good salary, like about $200 a week, and they just sit in their cars. I'm like, okay, yeah, I guess. I don't really know this neighborhood. I'm just cutting through, I'm trying to get home. It's like, you from this neighborhood? Well, not actually from this neighborhood. I live here now. I just purchased a house or whatever, but I'm not from this neighborhood. He's like, where you from? You don't mind me asking. Where you from? From Hempstead, Long Island. Like, oh. Immediately, I'm thinking like, here goes some racist shit. Well, I grew up in Valley Stream, grew up out here. I used to go to the high school right here. And not to sound racist or anything, are you into football? I'm like, I actually do like football. Well, I watch all the games and everything, and the coaches here, I talk to them, and they, it'd be weird if, because I always have a comment. And then he starts going into these long-ass stories about the coaching staff. I'm just like, Here's the thing. Generally, if someone says not to be racist, or I don't mean this to be racist, they are going to say something racist. Not to be racist or anything. When they were trying to build a team, they don't have any blacks. To be racist or anything, but you guys had a pretty good team out there, and him saying, and I kept saying, maybe to Boy, and I'm like, okay. Maybe you guys should get some more, like ethnic people out here. No, not because they're better or anything, because, maybe just to get some diversity. Mm-hmm. It's not to be racist or anything. Okay. Yeah, all right, cool. Well, I'm just gonna head out. I really gotta get home. Oh, wow, look at the time. It's 5:30. Yeah, no, I'm gonna let you go. Are you into, professional football? Yeah, I like football. Thing about people, if you have spoken to someone over the age of like 65, generally don't have a direction of a conversation. I don't know what the hell he was talking about, but he's talking about college football. Then he says, do you like regular football? And the next thing I know, he's talking about basketball. Literally every sport he spoke about, he said, and they were just as good as the black people. Okay. He says to me, have you heard of Jungle Jim Lebowski? Never. No, never heard of him. He was actually really good. In I think it was like 1951. He was one of the star players on the Boston Celtics. Oh, okay. Don't get me wrong. Some of those guys that you guys like Julius Erving, Michael Jordan, they're good. Jungle Jim was different. He was different. Like, oh, Yeah, I never actually heard him. He's like, do you have internet? I'm like, yeah. Yeah. Look him up when you get a chance. You got guys like Jungle Jim who no one really gave them the proper recognition that they deserved. Okay. Yes, I'm gonna go. Jungle Jim was pretty good. He averaged about 6 points. 6 points. Yeah, I mean, he was great at rebounds and shooting and everything. He averaged about roughly 6 points, but because he was white, no one really gave him any recognition. 6 points. Yeah, I think Michael Jordan was doing a little bit better than that. Well, yeah, I mean, of course, he's black, and I don't mean it racist or anything, but he's black, so of course he's going to do a little bit better than that, but that would be like me saying, what's your name? Marcus. It'd be like me saying, hey, Marcus, because you're black, you can probably jump higher than me. I think it also has to do with the fact that I'm like 50 years younger than you. I could probably jump higher than you, but, I don't think that would. I don't think anyone would just assume automatically because I'm black. I know, right? I know. Yeah, no, I'm saying that to say, like, I know, how tall are you? I'm 5'11". I'm 6'4", but that'd be crazy for someone to say, oh, because you're white, you can't jump. Look at Sam Sanowitz. Never heard of him. You never heard of him, have you? And I'm like, no, he was great in college football. You like football, right? I'm like, yeah. Yeah, he was great in college football. I mean, he wasn't like a starter great, but he went to like the Raiders. You probably don't know this, but like there was a point where the Dodgers were in Brooklyn. And I'm like, yeah. Okay. And like these guys, they didn't get recognition. Sam Sanowitz, he was pretty good. And, he wasn't that big. He was about, if I had to say, he was probably about, how tall are you? 5'11". He's about 6'2", 240 pounds. He wasn't really big for like a running back. Okay. Or defensive end. Okay. Which one was he? Well, he tried out for defensive and he didn't actually make defensive. A lot of people didn't get recognition because they were white. And, a lot of people just automatically said like black people, black people, and I don't mean anything racist. I don't mean it racist or anything. Just everyone always assumed that because you were blacks, that you guys were better at it. I mean, like, look at Donald Trump. He wants to build a wall. So I'm like, fuck, here it goes. He wants to build a wall, and the Mexicans are going to pay for it. I mean, don't you want to keep Mexican drug dealers and gang members out? I mean, and that's what Mexicans do. They're drug dealers and gang members. Don't you want to keep them out? Yeah, but I think it's a little more than that. I think Donald Trump is actually really a racist. I mean, he says something racist or sexist about literally everyone. Well, I think Donald Trump is actually really good for this country. I'm thinking to myself, this is about 30 minutes into the conversation. Yeah, this is taking a left turn. So I say to him, here's the thing. I completely disagree with you, and we're definitely gonna disagree on this because I actually think Donald Trump is terrible for this country. And he's like, I mean, but Hillary, let's think of Hillary. What she did with these emails, if you or me did that, we'd be under the jail. Like, I don't really think, I think you're looking a little bit too far into it. Well, yeah, I mean, think about it. I mean, and I don't mean this in a racist way or anything. Well, they're both white, so it's not really racist. I mean, really, Donald Trump, he hires blacks. He hires Hispanics. He hires women. He's also made offensive comments to literally every party. He's made offensive comments to blacks. He's made offensive comments to Hispanics. He's made offensive comments to women. His own daughter. I said, I think, if I'm not mistaken, he made a comment about if his daughter wasn't his daughter, he'd bang her. Well, in his defense, his daughter's pretty hot. Like, yeah, but at the same time, that's his daughter. He's like, yeah, but at the same time, she's pretty hot. Yeah, that's disgusting. That's his own child. He's saying that if she wasn't his child, he would bang her. How do you not see that as disrespectful and offensive? But at the same time, he hires women, so... Like, listen, you know what? We're not going to agree on this, so you might as well just drop it. It's actually, I've been out here talking to you for quite some time. I really got to go. No. I understand. I completely understand. But another thing I meant to ask you, you like basketball, right? Yeah. Well, you know Jungle Jim. I'm like, oh, fuck, here we go again with this goddamn Jungle Jim. Look him up when you get home. I'm like, okay. So I'm saying that to say, in all conversation that I've had with people, and it's a random conversation, a lot of random ass conversation. One thing that I noticed about people is that literally everyone has a story to tell. If you give someone the opportunity to talk, they will speak.